Hello. Welcome back to the Cup TV, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Lewis, and I'm here to discuss BBUK once again, this time episode 2 and 3 of the new series. I'm very excited to be discussing this next couple of episodes because I think things have picked up dramatically since the launch. I think the launch was for lack of a better word, it was a crap launch with a very, very shit twist. But I think things have picked up now that we've been able to see the housemates in 24-hour action. If you're new to the Cup TV and you're checking us out for the first time, please hit subscribe. We are constantly talking all things reality TV on this channel. So if you're a big fan of reality TV, whether that be UK reality TV, I know we've got Celebrity Traitors UK coming up soon, and we'll be discussing everything that's going on with Celebrity Traitors UK. Obviously, BBUK coverage. We're going live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, midnight UK time, to discuss BBUK. We've also got all sorts of reality TV coverage on this channel, so please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video, and hit that notification bell so you can get informed when we do go live or we do post a video. If you're a fan of drag TV, so Drag Race or Dragula, go check out the Cup Pod. Everything that's happening with Drag Race is happening on that channel. I know UK season 7 is airing right now, so there's plenty of content surrounding Drag Race UK on that channel over there. I think there's Slasian Royale as well happening. So yeah, it's all happening over there. And also the Cup ESC soon to be picked back up with more content on the Cup ESC. So go check out the Cup ESC if you're a big fan of Eurovision. Also, if you are wanting to buy some Cup merch, you can go to lanachicreations.etsy.com. Link scrolling across the ticker below. And also, we've got a link to our Etsy page for cup mugs and everything in the QR code up there. So go and get your cup mug just by scanning that little QR code. I'm very excited to talk about episode 2 and 3. I've pretty much went through both of the episodes just now and tried to create a list of different notes to note down. So let's talk about it. First of all, bring up the cast right now. So we have Gani, Cameron, Nancy, Caroline, aka Monkey, Zila, Tasia, Emily, Marcus, Tate, Elsa, Sam, and Jenny. I'll get rid of the banner so we can all see the names. Perfect. So what happened in episode 2? So where I really left off was we had the three of Caroline, Emily, and Sam all going to the exit room. And now we pick up the coverage pretty much immediately after they all head to the exit room for episode 2. So all three of the housemates went to the exit room and they pled their case to each other because they were told that it wasn't the public that was deciding who was being evicted. It was them three themselves that were deciding who was going to be evicted between the three of them. They all pled to their case to each other on why they should stay. Big Brother does a good job of reminding them that 100 grand is on the line. And things changed then. They were like, oh, I forgot about the money, blah, 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 blah. Caroline essentially says she wants to retire. If she got the money, she would retire for the rest of her life and live the rest of her life with the parents. Sam's basically been waiting for this opportunity his whole life as a Big Brother fan, and he wants to fund some great music stuff. Is what I've written down is the quote. Wants to fund some great music stuff. And Emily essentially just wants to go to Bora Bora. Yeah. She's like, I forgot to update my tagline. That was going to be my tagline, and I thought of it before we went live, and now I forgot it. But hey, it's updated there. Yeah, Emily just wants to go Bora Bora with her gals, and Caroline decides to vote out Emily because Emily has plenty of opportunities to go to Bora Bora. Emily votes out Caroline and Sam. After initially changing his vote, Sam also votes Emily out. So Emily is our first housemate to be evicted this series. First of all, I loved how golden balls this task felt with the two eyes and looking at the eyes and trying to decide. It was very Split or Steal, like from Golden Balls, the old ITV game show. Bring it back, absolutely bring it back. ITV, if you're listening, we want Golden Balls back on ITV. So yeah, Emily's the first person evicted. There wasn't much else to be said about that. It all happened pretty quickly within the first 10, 20 minutes of the episode. Elsewhere, Cameron was talking about farming. I find it I'm not gonna lie, I find Cameron quite interesting for some strange reason. I didn't get to see enough of him in the launch episode, but we got to see a lot more of him when they edited together the I don't know. We didn't get to see much of him in the launch episode, but we got to see a lot more of him into episode 2 and even in episode 3. I find him very interesting. His mum's called his chickens Kate and Camilla or something. Love that. Don't love that, but I love that Cameron doesn't care enough about what the chickens are called to he doesn't care what they're called because he doesn't care to call any animals anything. Gani. Once Monkey and Sam came back from the exit room, Gani told Monkey that her age doesn't matter, that everyone's in for the exact same experience and they all deserve to be in there as much as each other. This is after Monkey was raising that she was like the oldest and they're the young ones and she's fine going because she's the oldest or something along those lines. Gani then told Monkey, I told it. I got through that. Sorry, I'm reading off the screen. Tate tried to then get the house to play 21, but Big Brother wasn't having it. So to distract the house whilst they were doing this, Big Brother decided to upload the cast pics to the screen. Elsa and Jenny were talking about Barbie. Now, Elsa loves Barbie and Elsa loves Margot Robbie, but she thought that the Barbie movie was shit. I found that like I got whiplash from that. She was like, "Oh, I love Barbie and I love Margot Robbie, but the film was shit." So there you are. That was hilarious. Jenny doesn't know what intellectual means, and Elsa was like, "It means very well." Well, neither do I. I found that conversation quite funny. Like Elsa initially trying to suggest she knew what else intellectual means. I mean, she's just like me. She used these big words and not knowing what they actually mean. Sam started crying in the DR because he doesn't know if he made the right decision in the exit room. That was a bit dramatic, not gonna lie. I mean, it really wasn't that huge of a deal. It's what you all signed up for. So Sam crying on the first night, it was a bit not cute. And then we had Gani starting to teach the housemates some Indian dancing. Love that. I think we got to see a bit more of Gani through that little sequence. Tasia then took the floor, tried to start talking to everyone. No one was paying attention to her but no one was paying attention to the poor girl because the garden door started to raise and started to open. And Caroline was like, "I'm so sorry, hun. No one's listening to you," which I found that bit hilarious. Gani pulls aside Caroline and says, "I'm gonna call you Carol. Is that okay?" And then Caroline's like, "You don't like Monkey?" And Gani's like, "No, I just miss my neighbor, Carol." I found that interaction hilarious. Sorry, there isn't a lot going on here. I'm literally just whittling through all my notes and just sharing a little opinion here and there. Because there wasn't much going on outside of the exit room in this episode, just little tidbits of conversations. Zila then said something along the lines of, in his little DR, that he didn't want to mention his transition just yet. He thinks it will just come up naturally, and he doesn't want to lead with it because he doesn't want people to. He wants people to know him for him before he tells anyone that he's transgender, and I completely respect that. So then we move on to episode 3, and we can update our screen a little bit here. Let me just get rid of this and bring in this, because we have a full cast now. So we have the 4 new arrivals of George, Faishola, Richard, and Cameron B. So we got 2 Camerons now, Cameron B, and the original Cameron is now Cameron K. Yes, so 4 new arrivals. Richard, as soon as the bedroom opens, Richard opening up with "Get up, you lazy bones." I loved that. I think Richard is so much fun energy and brings so much to this show. I love it already. Big Brother has a task for the newbies. They have 2 evil eyes, and they must decide which of the housemates to give them to. Now, the housemates that they give the evil eyes to will face the eviction on Friday. I hate this twist. Another twist that I'm not a fan of. I think just because these people are new and come in on the second day doesn't mean they should have all this control over the house. Essentially get themselves immunity as well. I think they shouldn't be immune because they only came in a day late, and I don't think that warrants immunity, unfortunately. But hey, ITV is going to ITV, I guess. So they have those 4 have full control of the nominations this week. Caroline, she found Richard interesting. She found Faishola lovely. She thinks Cameron is a laugh. But obviously George shut her down quite quickly. George shut her down quite quickly when George was having that conversation with Cameron K, and Caroline was literally just trying to introduce herself. Came off very strong just in that instance. Hello, House of Traitors. It's been a while since I've seen House of Traitors. House of Traitors got involved in our Celebrity Big Brother coverage earlier this year. Hello, nice to see you again. This is the best ITV BB cast yet, in my opinion. As of now, I kind of like them all. Miles better than last year's cast. I agree. I think there is so much flavor in this cast. No one is the same. There's no one in this cast that I think I can, I get them confused. I think everyone has a bit of everything. So everyone is contributing. I mean, Emily's not contributing. Well, Emily wasn't able to contribute anything, and I'm fine with that. But yeah, everyone else is providing so far. So I'm gonna have to agree. This is my favorite ITV BB cast thus far. Yes, George, very loaded with questions. I remember. So this was episode 3. Was in the kitchen with Cameron K and someone else. I can't remember who it was. And George was full of very loaded questions like, are you Christian? Why are you eating cookies at this time of day? Like, very in your face, very coming off way too strong. Which I have to say, I quite enjoy that in a housemate, for sure. But I wouldn't be shocked if George was on the block next week, just because he is a very in-your-face kind of character in the way that he presents himself. He's very forceful. I don't know how else to describe it. Just these were very forceful. So Gani and Monkey were then in the snug for some meditation. Monkey said to Gani that he should have a mantra. Gani said he does have a mantra, and Zila goes, I am successful, and Monkey just breaks as soon as it's just as soon as that if that's your mantra. Yay, Lewis. Hello. Nice to see you. Yes. I loved that little tidbit of coverage where they were having a little meditation time, and Gani's mantra is I am successful. That is just I get the impression Gani doesn't meditate quite often, because if that's your approach to meditation, then sure, interesting. It gets weird then after Cameron K decides to come along and join in, and Gani and Caroline just go, we are iconic, and Cameron, bless him, poor boy, just doesn't meditate at all, just decides to go along with it because he thinks that's the way you do it. But they were just messing around with Cameron. Then they started talking about George, and Cameron K says he finds him a bit much, and I got that impression when George was giving him all sorts of questions. So I completely understand Cameron's point of view of George there. George then suddenly appears in the snug, and the conversation just turns into something else naturally, because you're not going to talk about someone to their face. Richard was lovely this episode. He opened up about how he had adopted someone. He'd never been in a relationship, but he has adopted someone, and the someone that he adopted was a 33-year-old. He was a 33-year-old refugee when Richard was in Malaysia. The 33-year-old from Myanmar. I just find Richard just such a lovely guy, and it's going to be a shame if we find out that there's more to him than meets the eye, and he's not as lovely as he's coming across right now. I have high hopes for Richard. So this episode, when Zila starts opening up about his transition, he opened up to Sam initially about his transition, and that I felt very natural. I think Zila was finding the right people to open up first to, and I think Sam naturally being queer makes sense. And yeah, Sam again is also someone I'm quite enjoying thus far. But then it comes to the first decision made by George, Faye Scholler, Richard and Cameron B, and they must decide on who they should give the first evil eye to. And their decision was made, and the first person that they have nominated for eviction this week is Zila. And that upsets me a lot. I think we were just starting to get to see a lot more from Zila this episode. So it's very unfortunate that the four decided to give to Zila, because clearly they didn't get enough chance to get to know Zila. But I can also understand that, because Zila has started off quite guarded, because he's sitting on this quote unquote secret. Well, they're sitting on this secret, and he's being quite guarded and picking out the right people to approach with this. But it's a shame that Zila's on the block. Obviously, after this, Zila opens up to Faye Scholler about his transition as well. Faye Scholler, absolutely gem. She's a gem, and I'm loving her as well. But it's a shame that Zila's on the block, and I think before we find out in the sneak peek of episode 4 that, we find out. I found out I haven't seen the new episode yet, but I found out that the 4 are regretting putting Zila on the block. So there we have it. I do know who's on the block with Zila, and I'll probably cover it right now because the next time I go live will be after the eviction. So yeah, I might as well break the news now. So if you're watching and you haven't seen episode 4 yet, I'm going to spoil who the final nominees are. So look away for the next 2 minutes if you don't want to find out. So nominated for eviction this week are Zila and Gani. It's interesting seeing Gani on there. We'll find out why Gani was nominated in our Friday coverage. Friday, we're going to cover Wednesday, Thursday, and the eviction episode of Friday. So there's going to be a lot to talk about when I go live next time on Friday. But I'm very upset with these nominations. I've been enjoying Zila and Gani, both of them. If it was up to me, honestly, it might as well get to eyes on, eyes off. This episode, eyes on, for me, my eyes have been on. I have to be honest, George, even though I'm not the biggest fan of him and what he stands for, I think he's been contributing a lot to the coverage of this episode. I think episode 3, particularly, George was the standout in terms of who was providing TV, with Richard up there as a close second. But yes, I think George, Richard, and maybe even Cameron K. I've been quite enjoying Cameron K on this episode as well. But for me, eyes on have been George. Eyes off, probably Tate. Tate hasn't really had much of an edit as of yet, and hopefully with time we'll get to see more of Tate heading into the next episodes. It's been a short episode. It's been a short recap, this one. Hopefully things will pick up. Hopefully I won't be alone next time we go live. I don't know. I need to find someone to go live with me next time. But until then, this is our forecast. Obviously, we've lost Emily, but I'm just to round up Zila and Gani on the block. Cameron K. I've been enjoying a lot. I've been enjoying Richard. I'm seeing a lot of George, which, for better or for worse, he's providing TV. So good on him for doing that, I guess. Thank you all for watching. This has been a very short one, but we'll be back on Friday to discuss Wednesday's episode, Thursday's episode, the eviction, who goes, and hold on, we got one more comment. Lovely. It couldn't be worse. Both Gani and Zila are gold. Gani will probably bring more entertainment and confrontation, but I think Zila needs to stay due to the current climate. He has a real purpose. I absolutely agree. I hate seeing either of them gone. I hate seeing either of them gone, especially this early on. I think both of them could provide to this series, but one of them's not going to get that chance to blossom on the show, because just with the way that it's this Friday and one of them's going, and they're gonna feel a bit. I think no matter who goes between the two of them, we're losing a huge personality on the show. So it's unfortunate. But yes, thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe below. subscribe to the Cup TV, subscribe to the Cup Pod for all of your Drag Race coverage. Subscribe to the Cup ESC for all of your Eurovision coverage, and go follow me on my socials at Lewis Thorpe X. You can find me on my socials there. Their Twitter is the Cup Pod, and if you are interested in buying some Cup merch, go to lineageecreations.etsy.com or go and scan our QR code. You can buy yourself a little Cup mug there for yourself. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time, where we'll be discussing who the public have decided to vote out. Thank you all. Have a good night. I'll see you on Friday.